Good evening and welcome back to Fitness with Deborah. I understand that many of us struggle as we age to get up and down off the floor. So, for that reason, I want to do a chair exercise session today. Um, it is my desire to give you a variety of exercise sessions to help you grow in strength. If you struggle with getting up and down off the floor because you've had knee problems, you can start by strengthening sitting in a chair. Even while you're sitting and watching television, you can do some of these exercises. And as you do them, you're going to bring some strength back into your legs. You'll start to help what's going on in your knees and hips because that's where the real problem begins as the core of our body weakens and our hips become stiff and immovable and our knees begin to ache. We give in sometimes to those debilitating pain. And what we want to do is start putting muscle back on so we don't work so hard on our joints and the muscle does the work for us. So we're going to start with a nice warm up in our chairs and have a seat on the edge of your chair. You can either keep your feet together or you can take them slightly apart, hip width apart. And what we're going to do is just start pressing up. So you can press up with your arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to lift our legs alternating. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5. You want your shoulders back and down and your chest out. That's 7, 8. Give me 2 more. Now, when you press your arms up, you want to bring them as close to your head as you can. And 10. Good job. Now we're going to just press our arms forward and back. 2, you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades each time you bring your arms back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to kick. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. You may feel this in your shoulders. 8, give me 2 more. 9, and 10. Now we're going to take our arms to the side and go under our knees, just like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Now we're just going to circle those arms around a little bit. You may really feel your shoulders really circle and then bring them in and reverse the circles. Okay. All right. We're going to put our hands behind our head, lift our chest up, and we're going to squeeze our elbows together and out. So we're collapsing down and in. So you're going to actually round the back toward your chair, still warming up the body. We're opening up the chest and then opening up the back as we come forward. And back. And back. 2 more. And back. take your arms like little goalposts. You're going to take your legs out and you're going to bring them together and apart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can start working those arms and just swinging everything out a little bit. We're going to start our class with chair windmills. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your arms out and you're just going to take your feet apart and you're going to reach down to the toe and back. So here we go. 1 and 1. 2 and 2. 3 and 3. 4. Now this is going to get your core. 5 and 5. You may even feel a little work on the inner thigh. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Now you're going to alternate knees up, just like that. 5, 6, 7. Now you're going to bring your elbow. 1, 2. You can even put your hands behind your head if you want to, and bring your knees up to your elbows if you can. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9 and 10. Now what you're going to do is 1. You can just 2. You can bring them up. 3. Extend the legs out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. 9. Still sitting on the edge of your chair. And 10. Good job. Hands behind the head. We're going to twist side to side, keeping our feet nice and still, about hip width apart, just twisting side to side. 5, 6, 7, keeping our elbows back. 8, 9, and 10. Take it to the side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're still keeping everything nice and strong. 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to try to 1 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Now we're going to do a little more arm work, sitting out on the edge of our chair. What you're going to do is hold on to the side of your chair and just lift up and bend. 2. Now, you're actually working your arms, but if you feel is a little uncomfortable trying to lift yourself off your chair, you can slide forward, bend those elbows, and press up and back. So you're actually going to try and work your triceps. 3, 4, but if you can lift. 5, 6, another variation. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Another variation of this particular exercise is a tricep dip, where you actually slide your tushy off the chair, bend your elbows and go 1, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Put the hips back on the chair. We're going to now start standing up. So you're going to have your hands like right at your hips. You're going to press forward and lift up and down, just like that. And scoot back a little. Up and down. Keep on going. Up and down. I'm going to move this back a little bit. Up and down. Here we go. We're taking it up and down, squeezing our hips to come out of the chair. Try not to rock a lot. Take it up and down. Squeeze up and down. Now this time we're going to do a triceps and bring them back up. Tricep and bicep curl as we sit. Tricep press as we stand, bicep curl as we sit. Give me 6 more. Up and down. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Up and down. 2 more. Squeeze up and bring it down. Squeeze up and bring it down. Good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just a little bit of lunging to the side. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go down and up. So one leg is extended, one leg is bent. You're reaching down, 2, 3. Your hands are touching either side of your foot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can even turn. You're going to turn the other way. We're going to take this leg out, and you'll probably be able to see what I'm doing a little bit. You're angling this hip forward, and you're just going down. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to feel it alongside. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. We're going to bring it back together, and we're just going to just lift and tap the inside of our heel. 2, lift it. 3, lift. 4, so you're actually going over to the other side. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Good job. So now what we want to do is we're going to stand up, and we're going to do a few little things on our chair. Now you can either use the seat of your chair, or you can use the back of your chair. And we're going to just press our hands into the back of that chair. We're going to stand on one leg, press our hips forward, and we're just going to lift that leg behind us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now strengthening the legs is the best way to start reacquiring your balance. 9 and 10. Now we're going to push. 1, 2. Keep your abs in. 3. Extend that leg behind you. 5. Squeeze those hamstrings. 7, 8, 9, and 10. On the same leg, we're going to turn sideways and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to do now is get the inside of that thigh by turning the foot out and then lifting. 1, 2, getting the inside thigh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do the other leg. So we've literally done 3 directions of our legs. We did the back of the leg, the side, and then we did the inside thigh. We'll do the front when we sit back down. So we're going to start with the back of our leg. So we're leaning forward, standing on one leg, taking the other one back, pressing that hip forward and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, squeezing up. 5, keep your abs engaged. 6, 7, squeeze the glutes to raise that leg. 9, and 10. Now we're going to push back. 1, extend that leg back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep your abs in. 8, 9, and 10. Turning sideways, we're going to lift that leg to the side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to cross over. 1, 2, 3. If you want to practice your balance, this is a great time to do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we can squat down and up right here with our chair close by. 3, that's often a great way to relieve your legs after you've worked them out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we're going to do 2 versions of mountain climbers, chair mountain climbers. And that's where you just bring your knee just up like that towards your abs. Now you can do it this high. The first version is going to be on the back of the chair. The second one is going to be on the seat of the chair, which will bring your body down a little lower, and it'll be a little more intense in your workout. So here we go. And 1, 2, and 2. You're bringing that knee toward the chair and up into your abs. 4 and 4. 5 and 5. 6 and 6. 7, 7, 8 and 8. 9 and 9. 10 and 10. Now, if you want a little more intense workout, you take it down lower, you drop your hips down more, and you bring it. 1, right to the seat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're also bringing it into your abs. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, once you get a little bit more proficient, you may want to add a little bit of speed to that. And you're going to find that it's a good cardio workout as well. Okay, so we're right here. And what a better place to do a push-up. So you can either keep your feet right here, bend your elbows and drop your chest down in between your thumbs, or you can start walking your feet out a little bit, and you can do one here or you can get it all the way out, hands to the side of your chair, chest forward, and just go straight down and up. So I'm going to go ahead and do 10 right here. 3, 4. You can choose the level you want to do. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can do as many cycles of push-ups as you want. You may start with 10, then you'll want to go to 20, then you'll want to go to 30. Once you start picking up the number of push-ups you do, then you can start dropping it down further, even someday getting back on the floor. So another way to do a push-up is to come to the back of your chair. And you can just pretty much stand, keep your knees soft, and just press your chest toward the back of the chair. 5, 3, 4, just like that. 5, keep your abs nice and strong. 6, 7, 8. Now you want to go straight down and up because you don't want to put any forward motion or momentum on your chair. And 10. Good job. Okay, so we did the back of the thighs, the side, the inside, and as promised, I told you when we sat back down, we would do the front of the leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend one leg up, turn our toes up, and we're going to lift it up to just above the knee and down. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can do as many of these as you want to do it. We're going to do the other leg. 1, keep your toes turned up toward the ceiling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a set that's a little bit longer. We're going to change the variation in the speed, and that's going to add to the intensity. So we start with just 8 leg lifts. 1, 2, 3. This is getting the front of the legs, the quadriceps. 5, 6, 7. We're going to take it up 2, down 2, up, up, down, and down, just like that. Up, down, and down, up, up, down, and down, up, up. Now take it up 3, 1, down. Take it up, up, up. I'm going to turn a little bit to the side so you can see what my legs are doing, up and down. So you can see that my toes are pointing toward the ceiling, and up, up. Take it up and pulse for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Do that again. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 2 more. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 1 more. Pulse, pulse. Now give me 8 singles up and down right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We're going to go to the other leg because we want to stay equal. So as I've said, we're extending that leg out, we're turning the toe up, and we're lifting. 1, 2, straight from the hip. 3, keeping the leg extended out. 5, from the knee. 6, 7, 2 up, 2 down, up, up. Now we're trying to also sit up nice and straight, shoulders back and down. Up, up, down. Now we exhale as we lift the leg. We inhale as we bring it down. Take it up. 3, 2, 1, and down. Yes. Push, up, up and down. 2 more. Up, up, up and down. Up, up. Now we're going to take it up and pulse for 3. Pulse 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Do that again. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. 1 more. Good job. Give me singles up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you should feel a nice burn in those quadriceps. The way you stretch out a quadricep is you turn to the side, bring your knee down toward the floor, reach down, grab your ankle, and pull that heel up towards your gluteal as you bring the knee straight down toward the floor. You're pressing your hip forward and squeezing your gluteals. Yes. And that stretches out that quadricep nicely. All the way up to the top and all the way down to the knee. Good job. We're going to turn to the other side, get the other leg, and reach down and pull it in. Knee down toward the floor, heel toward your gluteals. A lot of times when I'm stretching, I'm counting a slow count to 10 so that I can just let that muscle open up, squeeze my glute, and bring that knee down so it gets a nice stretch. Good job. We're going to release. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of abdominal work. So while you're here in your chair, you can just start lifting those knees up to your chest. Now I'm going to show you what my body is doing when I lift my knee. It's curling forward, up, up, and up. Just like that. This is where you're going to start. Up and up. 5. Yes. Now you should be able to do about 25 of these. 7, 7, 8. If you're not quite there, go ahead and do as many as you can. But you're also working those lower abs to get that knee as high as you can. And 12. Keep going. Up and up. Up and up. Okay. Up. Now we're going to add a torso crunch to that. Hands behind the head. Up. And bring your face toward your knees. Up and up. There we go. And blowing out as you bring that knee in. Keep going. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good job. 17, 18, 19, 20. Give me 5 more. 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Good job. Okay, that was awesome. Okay, so we're going to do something else very much like that, but just we're going to alternate, bringing our elbow to the opposite knee, and then switch. Here we go. 1, 2. Bring them and try to touch. 3. The elbow to the knee. That is your goal. You may not be there right away, but if you keep working, you're going to get that strength back. You're going to get that mobility back, and you'll be able to do this, no problem. 10. That's it. 11. Just twisting side to side. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. And 25. Good job. Now, I'm going to stand you back up because there are other exercises that we can do with the assistance of our chair. You don't necessarily have to sit down. One of the exercises I like to do to help you get a little bit better hold of your balance are lunges. So I'm turning my chair backwards so that I can use the back of my chair. I'm stepping forward with one foot and coming back on the toe of the other foot. And I'm keeping my body centered, and I'm bending that back knee to bring my body down and up, just like that. So we're going down and up. We've just been doing 10 reps, and this is a good place to start. If you want to, going through 2 rounds of these exercises may really help to strengthen you a lot faster, especially since we're only doing 10 reps of things like this. 9 and 10. Now we're going to turn around and get the other side. Legs are nice and wide, okay? Body is straight. You're pressing that hip of the back leg forward, and you're just bending the knee to go straight down. 1. Now you'll notice that my front knee does not go out over the toe. My legs forward in 2 90-degree angles, front and back, when I'm at my lowest point. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay. Now that we're here, we can kind of lean forward, and I just want to do hamstring curls. So you're leaning forward and you're bringing that heel up towards your glutes. 1, 2, and you're squeezing. 3, it's like you're forming a bicep with your thigh. 5, squeeze, lifting that leg up, bringing the heel in towards your butt. 8, 9, and 10. Do that again. 1, same leg. 2, 3, squeeze it in. 4. Now, if you feel a Charlie horse, squeeze it tighter. If you reach back there, that muscle that's forming right there at your thigh is very much like the bicep of your arm. 6, and it's called bicep femoris. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, the way to stretch that out is to bring that leg forward and bend forward, reaching down towards your toes, or reach down as far as you can to stretch out that hamstring, that bicep femoris. Lifting the hips up and dropping the head down. Okay, we're going to turn around and we're going to do the other leg. Standing up nice and straight, squeeze your glutes and bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, squeezing up. 5, you may feel it all the way up here. 6, 7, 8, even pausing at the top. 9, 10, give me 10 more. 1, 2, squeezing, squeezing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very, very good. Okay, So we're going to turn our chair back around, and we can have a seat. And we are going to start doing a little stretching, coming to a close of this particular workout. You've gone through pretty much a lot of the body. We did some arm movements, side to side, front, even squeezing back. That's one of the things I want to do right now before we actually, this is going to be a kind of cool down. We're going to bring those elbows back and then bring them forward. Just like that. So you're going to open up your chest and bring your head back. 4, just like that. 5, then bring those elbows to meet at the front. Squeeze back. I want you to feel between your shoulder blades, pulling together. 8. Out and in. Out and in. Give me 4 more. 4. Yes. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we're going to bring that down. I want you to take one ankle, put it on top of the opposite thigh. You can bring the leg in as far as you can, and you want to add a little pressure on the knee. Make sure that you're right at your ankle so your foot can kind of drop down, and then you want to bring your chest toward that leg. I'm going to turn a little bit to the side so that you can see what I'm actually doing. So I'm pressing down on that knee, and I'm leaning forward, keeping my shoulders back, but bringing my chest toward the leg. And what this is doing is called a piriformis stretch. So you're actually stretching through the hips. Now, one of the things I like to do while I'm in this position is flex and point my toes. So just moving that foot forward and back while I'm in this position is also going to work some muscles right along my shin. It's known as the anterior tibialis. Just like that. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if you're so inclined and you feel like you can get a little bit more movement, you can move that foot up a little bit more on your thigh and then press down and bring the body back forward again for a little bit deeper stretch. And this one's you're going to feel from the knee down to your ankle. Deep cleansing breaths to help relieve any anxiety and tension you might have built up coming into the position. I will say once again, I understand what it is to feel a little bit anxious about what's happening to your body as you age. I'm going to be 76 this year, and I feel the difference in my body. But I also know that I can impact how my body ages by what I choose to do with it. When I put more muscle on it, I find my mobility is much better, my range of motion is better, I feel stronger, and my body just works better. I sleep better, I eat better. Everything seems to just work for a fit body. And your body really wants it, even though it may argue with you when you first start out. And that's what it's like. But remember, the adult, the processor lives up here. But this being right here is your toddler. And in order to bring fitness back to your body, you're going to have to discipline the toddler. And of course, the toddler is going to throw tantrums. You're going to take that ankle, that opposite ankle, and put it up on the other knee, and then bring your shoulders back and press your chest forward. I like to think of my pain or my discomfort from working out in different terms other than just saying it hurts or it's painful. I think of it as my toddler is throwing a tantrum because it doesn't want to do a particular exercise. But when it gets disciplined to doing the exercise, it actually feels better. So just like you're training a child, you're training your body, and the training will benefit your body, just like training a child benefits a child. So you're pressing there, and we're going to point and flex this foot just like we did before. And you can see what my foot is doing to the side. 5, yeah. 6, 7, I like to bring my shoulders back. 8, 9, 10, a few more. Yes. Just a few more. That feels so good. Yes, it does. Good. Now we're going to come up, bring that leg in just a little more, and press down to get a little bit deeper in that leg. The more you allow your body to stretch, the better it's going to feel. A lot of people who suffer from edema in their ankles and their lower extremities, they are experiencing some muscle atrophy because now that the muscle has diminished, it allows the pooling of lymph and other liquids in the body in the ankles and feet. The more we're able to move our legs and feet, the more we're able to get that fluid back up into circulation rather than allowing it to pool. So while we're sitting here, we're just going to lift up and down on our toes, just lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Of course, whenever you start a workout, once you feel a little bit confident in it, you can always add some light weights to the things that we've been doing, and that's going to increase the intensity of your exercise. It's also going to raise your metabolism. One of the ways to really lose weight is to put muscle back on the body, and when muscle comes back on the body, it actually burns that excess that we are carrying that we really don't want. Okay, so now we're going to inhale our arms up, and we're going to bring that right arm down behind the head. And sitting up nice and straight, we're going to lean to the side and stretch from the armpit down to the waistline, and bring that elbow back as far as we can get it, squeezing our knees together and looking up toward the ceiling. Beautiful. We're going to bring it down. Now, we're going to bring that arm across. Now, I want you to shoot that arm across. Then I want you to place the opposite arm in front between the wrist and the elbow. Draw that arm in toward the shoulder while you're still reaching across. And then you're going to feel that shoulder stretch, and you want to bring it down. It shouldn't be up toward your shoulder, your ear. It should be down. Okay. Release. We're going to take that other arm up. Reach, pull it in, and we're going to lean to the right and kind of turn and look up toward the ceiling. Nice stretch, deep stretch. And bring it down. We're going to take that arm, we're going to shoot it across. We're going to bring this one between the wrist and the elbow. Bring this shoulder down, and then draw that arm in. We're actually pushing, applying pressure on that arm that's extended to the side. And you'll feel that stretch right in the medial deltoid and the posterior, right? The back of the shoulder and the top of your shoulder. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to just roll those shoulders a little bit. We're going to go ahead and take our hands. We're going to extend them out. You can take your feet apart and then drop your chest between your knees. And lift your arms as high as you can, squeezing your shoulder blades back and opening up your chest. Nine and 10. We're going to release it. We're going to bring our knees together. We're going to reach up under, elbows to hands to elbows, and we're going to push our back up toward the ceiling as we drop our head and as we push down on our thighs against our arms. If you inhale and exhale here, you should feel a real good stretch right in the lumbar area of your back. And then you'll release, and then you're going to do that again. Press up, push your feet into the floor as you raise your back up toward the ceiling and tuck your tailbone. If you inhale into the belly so that it presses against the thighs, and then as you exhale, push up even higher, you're going to get a real good stretch in that low back. And release. We're going to bring it up. And we're going to stand now, and you can hold on to your chair. You're going to take one leg back. You're going to press that heel down and bend that front knee, dropping that hip down, stretching the calf of the back leg. Now, if you press, the more you press that hip down toward the chair, the front of your hip toward the chair, the more stretch you're going to feel through the calf of the leg and back. Now, in order to stretch the hamstrings, we press the back heel down, straighten the front of the leg, and drop our face down toward that leg. If you can reach the floor, go ahead and bring your head down toward your leg. If you feel unsteady, you can always just place your hands right on your chair and keep that leg extended. Now, to increase the stretch, you can raise that toe up and push the hip back, and you'll feel even more stretch at the very top of your hamstring. We're going to come back, step that foot up, step the other foot back, and we're going to bend, stretching the calf of that back leg. We're pushing the heel into the floor. Beautiful. Really pushing. Okay, and now we're going to extend that leg straight. And we're going to drop down to stretch the hamstring of the front leg. You can hold here, or if you want to go to the floor. If you went to the floor on one side, it's always a good idea to make the other side match what you did. That's what brings balance back to the body. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to step that back foot up to match the other foot. We're going to round the back and then dip it and then round it up. It's a standing cat-cow. Up and down. Give me another one. Press up and down. Good job. We're going to roll on. Just go ahead and let our arms hang forward and just ragdoll to the top. We can turn, and we're going to inhale up. Bring one arm down, reach to the side, looking up. And bring that other arm up. Bring it down to the side, reach. And bring it back. We're going to bring those arms forward, turn them over, push our back toward the back of the wall, pushing our arms forward. Release those arms, taking them behind you, clasp, press the hips forward, and lean back a little bit, opening up the front of the body. Squeeze the hips forward. Release, and we're going to inhale up and exhale down, and you are done. Thank you so much. Hopefully you'll get a little bit of benefit out of some chair exercise. And I think that if you start here, especially if you've been a little sedentary and you're a little uncomfortable about trying to get to a gym to do something, this is a great way to start right at home. And then once you feel strong enough and confident enough, get out there, join a community, and be encouraged by your fellow workout partners. Everybody loves to have someone to chat with while they're going through this. And a community of like-minded people who want to get fit is just the place you want to be in. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. Hopefully you will return. Look on the list of exercises, videos that we have, and hopefully you'll find something that suits you. And remember, whatever video you're working, you can always add a little more by adding weights or some equipment. But what I want you to do is be very careful about your body alignment. You want to do the exercises correctly. Hopefully, one of these days, I'll be able to do some master classes on doing a proper lunge, doing a proper push-up, those kind of things. So that when you're trying to do them, you stay strong and you don't damage your body. So thank you so much for being with me. Hopefully this has been a blessing for you. You've certainly been a blessing for me. And I hope that we will meet again soon. Have a great evening.